Rogan keeping it himself across the line and into the end zone. Touchdown, Dragons. That's a tight end wide open over the middle. There's the catch and the touchdown.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Trinity Academy in Wichita for day 3 of the Trinity Academy tournament. Man, we got a barn burner out here on the floor right now between Wamego and Cimarron. It's a 1-point game with Wamego leading by 1. And it's been back and forth. Cimarron's been creeping back into this game. And Wamego holding on for dear life as it comes down the stretch here. About a minute 34 to play in the fourth quarter. The Raiders have held the lead for much of the second half. Cimarron chipping away at it, but Wamego trying to hold them off for this last minute 31 of this game. The Dragons getting set to take on the host school, Trinity Academy. The girls will play tip-off at 1 o'clock, boys to follow at about 2:30. The Dragons were in action last night against this Cimarron squad. The boys came away with a narrow 52-50 victory, and it looks like they're going to have another close one here today with Wamego. The girls won going away 39-29. Wamego's girls won earlier against Trinity Academy, against Cimarron, I believe, and Wamego's girls took the tournament win because they defeated Pittsburg 2 nights ago. By the score of 52-38. There's a block inside, man, oh man. Almost feel like we ought to be following this game. It's just a 1-point affair coming down the stretch. And we'll try and bring some of it to you here. We'll put Jenny to work a little earlier than she planned on and follow some of the action here as Cimarron trying to pull out an unlikely victory here against Wamego. Wamego playing a very tough man-to-man defense here down the stretch. Cimarron, like you remember from last night, they kind of do the entire line change when they substitute. So this is a new 5. Just checked into the game about a minute ago. And you're going to get a blocking foul inside against Wamego. Whistle that one against Braxton Williams. But no free throws. Wamego has one more foul to give before Cimarron's in the bonus. There's a timeout on the floor, so we want to let you know that Pittsburg Sports Live is brought to you by Crawcan, your community technology partner. Don't get bit by slow speeds and high prices. Get Gigabit, the fastest internet in Southeast Kansas with Crawcan. To learn more about Crawcan's no-nonsense pricing and multi-gig internet, check them out online at ckt.net. We'll step away for a quick break. There's a timeout on the floor in this one. Only 29 seconds left. We'll try and get you back for the exciting finish of this one between Wamego and Cimarron. Actually, players taking the court. Let's just go ahead and stay right here. As a fan of the game of basketball, this is a good game. And check out how it all finishes up. These two teams have been, as I've been setting up the equipment and struggling with technology today, I've watched as much of this game as I can, and it's been a bit of a barn burner between these two teams. A very entertaining game here on this final day of the Trinity Academy tournament. Oh, a little runner there by Colby Wilson, the senior, 6'1" senior from Cimarron, and now it's a 1-point Cimarron lead, but Wamego with the ball, 14.3 seconds to play. Timeout on the floor. It's a full timeout. Let's go ahead and squeeze in our first pregame break. You're watching Dragon basketball, though right now you're not, but it's exciting basketball anyway on Pittsburg Sports Live.
Today we're going to do an experiment to see just how fast Crawlcan's multi-gig internet is. In your email, you'll find 2 links. When I say go, click on the first link to download the 500 gigabyte test file. Go! Okay, now when I say go, click on the second link in your email to upload the file. Go! I guess it really does eclipse all other internet.
Release the Crawcan. Monstrous multi-gig speeds for a low, no-nonsense price.
Having the right financial partner can make all the difference. Community National Bank and Trust believes banking should do more than just hold your money. We support your goals, simplify your day-to-day, and give you room to grow with quality banking services. Withdraw, transfer, invest, apply for loans, and talk with our banking professionals online, over the phone, or in person. Let Community National Bank and Trust help you build a banking experience that works for you. Community National Bank.
Had to cut that one short. Last second shot by Wamego. 1 second left. Oh, won't go, and Cimarron's going to escape with the win. Oh, my goodness. And the Wamego crowd wants a foul, but the officials are practically already in the locker room. And this one's in the book. Cimarron squeaks out a 1-point win over Wamego. And the Raiders got a good look at it there at the end. Couldn't get the shot to fall. Got a rebound. And then some contact on the putback, but man, that was a heck of a game that we just saw here inadvertently at Trinity Academy. And now the Dragons getting set to warm up down there on the floor. And Coach Gegg's squad going to tip things off against Trinity Academy, then followed by the boys directly afterwards. The guys will tip off at about 2:30. But first we got some girls action, and from what I've seen of this Trinity Academy squad, this is going to be an up and down game. Pretty much everyone with these Dragon girls is an up and down game, but physically I think that this Trinity Academy squad might give the Dragons a little bit of a challenge tonight, just from the height, length, and physicality side of it. So we'll wait and see what this team brings to the table tonight for Pittsburgh, see if the Dragons can limit some of the mistakes that they had that have kind of given them trouble thus far this season. They did get a win last night over Cimarron, 39-29, and it wasn't exactly an offensive explosion for either team, but Dragons come out on top, and it doesn't have to be pretty. You just got to be ahead when the time runs out, and the Dragons were last night, and they are 2-3 on the season, and getting set to tip off against the host school Trinity Academy here tonight. And hopefully we didn't kill anybody with our extension cords over there. It's not exactly what I would term as OSHA approved, but we've managed to survive a few nights here without any disasters or injuries or anything else. So hopefully we get through this one final day. So Dragon girls getting set to tip off against Trinity Academy. This is the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show, brought to you by Community National Bank and Trust. Your neighbors, your partners, and your biggest supporters, from personal and business banking to mortgages, credit cards, and investments. CNB has the tools you need with the services you deserve. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. Community National Bank and Trust, where community comes first. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back. Dragons getting ready to face off against the Knights of Trinity Academy coming up on Pittsburgh Sports Live.
At the Farm and Ranch Division of the Four-State Agency, we're a team of experts who genuinely care about you and your farming operation. That's why, whether it's a visit to your farm or a friendly chat at our office, we're committed to delivering the service you deserve. Our team is fully licensed in both crop insurance and LRP, allowing us to cover your entire farming operation across Kansas, Missouri, Oklahoma, and Arkansas. Contact us today to see how we can help.
Selling equipment can be a hassle. Whether you're needing to replace an old tractor or you're finally getting to retire, the time and energy needed to clean, prep, promote, and sell seems daunting. That's why you need Tyler Jackman and Big Iron Auctions. From one piece to the whole farm, Big Iron Auctions can deliver your items to more than 750,000 registered bidders. Call Tyler Jackman at 620-404-8115 or learn more at BigIronAuctions.com.
At Girard Medical Center, our physical and occupational therapy department is dedicated to helping you bounce back stronger. Whether you're recovering from an injury, surgery, or just want to move better every day. From student athletes to seniors, we provide personalized care and expert support right here at home. To learn more about our therapy department and our other services, visit GirardMedicalCenter.com. A proud supporter of the Girard Trojans and your hometown team for health and healing. Rooted in rural, focused on you.
From the phone call to the service call, Roto-Rooter is there with fast and reliable sewer and drain service. From repair and replacement to septic and grease trap pumping, Roto-Rooter is here for you. With video inspections, Roto-Rooter can identify the exact issue to get the repair done quickly and correctly. Complete sewer line repairs or replacements, Roto-Rooter has you covered. Serving Crawford, Bourbon, and Cherokee counties, Roto-Rooter, 620-231-5630.
Welcome back to Trinity Academy. Dragons getting set to take on the host school tonight in the third day of the Trinity Academy tournament. Dragon Girls going to take on the Knights of Trinity Academy. Trinity, I know that they lost their game against Cimarron 45-31. I'm going to go ahead and guess that they lost their game against Wamego because Wamego came away with the girls' tournament championship, and there's no bracket. Everybody just plays everybody, and then we just decide who's got the best record at the end of it. That's how this works. And so the Dragons defeated Cimarron's girls 39-29, and then fell to Wamego 52-38. So Dragons looking for their second win here in this tournament. And you've seen the girls improve a little bit every game, and where they get into trouble is just getting, I don't know if the term is sped up or just kind of ahead of themselves, like after a turnover, or it's just the transition turnovers have hurt the Dragons this year. And so hopefully Coach Gegg, we saw her last night at times with just her hands on her head, and you can hear it in my voice through the broadcast, just sometimes the despair at what's going on the floor. But the Dragon girls came away with the win last night, and despite all that, and so hopefully a little bit of improvement here today, and get ready for league play coming up on Tuesday. Dragon boys and girls will travel to Coffeyville to take on the Field Kinley High School Golden Tornado. And that will kick off SEK League play for the Dragons. And the league, although Pittsburg is the biggest school in the league in the 5A class, most of the other schools in the SEK are 4A schools. There's a lot of good competition, a lot of good athletes and good coaches across the SEK, and that's what makes it such a competitive league. And so hopefully the preseason, not preseason, but early season tournaments, the one the Dragons hosted in Pittsburg, and then this one here at Trinity Academy, get them prepared for what's going to be a pretty tough league schedule, and then on into sub-state playoffs for the Dragons in Class 5A against some bigger metropolitan schools up around Kansas City, Topeka, Wichita, that area. So we're hoping for more improvement tonight as Dragons take on Trinity Academy. The boys will follow. The boys won last night 52-50 over Cimarron. It was a very tight affair, but apparently every game against Cimarron is a tight affair. You just ask the folks from Wamego, it's just a 41-40 game that Cimarron able to squeak out at the end And rough loss for Wamego, but man, a good game if you're just a fan of the game of basketball. A good night to watch. We'll step away for another break. We'll come back, get you your starting lineups as we're about 12 and a half minutes away from tip-off here in Wichita. The final day of the Trinity Academy tournament. The Dragons played last night. Quick turnaround for the girls especially to tip off at 1 o'clock today. So hopefully everybody got hydrated and stretched out and ready to go. Dragons and the Knights coming up on Pittsburg Sports Live.
Nothing says luxury like a Lincoln. Take advantage of 0% financing for 66 months right now on the all-new Lincoln Navigator. Come see us today at Mike Carpino Family of Ford Lincoln Dealerships, Columbus, Parsons, Pittsburgh.
When it comes to having your labs drawn, you have a choice of where to go. For 30 years, MagLab has focused on providing quality lab work that is accurate and timely. MagLab's walk-in service typically gets you in and out in under 5 minutes with same-day results. Locally owned and operated, MagLab takes most insurances, including Medicaid, and has historically had the lowest out-of-pocket prices. So when it comes to having labs drawn, don't be told where to go. Choose for yourself. Choose MagLab.
It's the rush. Every touchdown, basket, goal, or lap is filled with excitement. It's why we love the game. It's why we play the game. It's also why we bet on the game. The rush is why we need a plan to bet responsibly and not lose more than we can afford. Problem sports gambling can ruin the love we have for sports. So know when enough is enough. Know when the game is playing you. Contact 1-800-GAMBLER for help today.
Welcome back to Trinity Academy in Wichita. Getting set for day 3 of the Trinity Academy tournament here in the America's Air Capital, Wichita, Kansas. And been a pretty good tournament for the Dragons. We've seen improvement from day 1 to day 3. I don't like it when things go thump behind me. That's no good. All right. But hoping for a continued improvement tonight, as the Dragons are only going to have about 1 day of practice between today's game and their first game of SEK League play, which is Tuesday in Coffeyville. We'll have those games for you here on Pittsburg Sports Live. Tuesday night, the Dragon girls set to tip off at 6 o'clock. Boys to follow at around 7. And we'll have that action for you on Pittsburg Sports Live. Pre-game coverage will start at 5:30 from Coffeyville. And then we'll have all the SEK League schedule games and pretty much every game this year here on Pittsburg Sports Live. We're going to apologize, a little programming note here, technical issue with the scoreboard camera tonight. So I'll be giving you time and score as often as possible. We apologize for the technical hiccup. Always working to be more perfect, but never quite getting there, are we? So apologies for that, but I'll do my best to give you the time and score throughout the game. Unfortunately, that means you have to turn the volume up in order to know what the score is, but we're going to get through this. All of us as a team will get through this. 8 minutes till tip-off. We'll take a quick break, come back on the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show, get you your starting lineups as we get closer to tip-off here in Wichita. Both teams heading to the locker room for their final words of encouragement for taking the floor here in the final game on the girls' side of the Trinity Academy tournament. You're watching Dragon Basketball on Pittsburg Sports Live.
At GN Bank, we're your neighbor. We see you at the store. We cheer with you at the local football games, serving you with the same friendly faces you have come to know and trust. GN Bank, the best place to bank and borrow.
At Girard Medical Center, our physical and occupational therapy department is dedicated to helping you bounce back stronger. Whether you're recovering from an injury, surgery, or just want to move better every day. From student athletes to seniors, we provide personalized care and expert support right here at home. To learn more about our therapy department and our other services, visit GirardMedicalCenter.com, a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans and your hometown team for health and healing. Rooted in rural, focused on you.
When it comes to having your labs drawn, you have a choice of where to go. For 30 years, MagLab has focused on providing quality lab work that is accurate and timely. MagLab's walk-in service typically gets you in and out in under 5 minutes with same-day results. Locally owned and operated, MagLab takes most insurances, including Medicaid, and has historically had the lowest out-of-pocket prices. So when it comes to having labs drawn, don't be told where to go. Choose for yourself. Choose MagLab.
Hold on. It's monstrous.
With Crawcan's multi-gig internet, you can experience monstrous speeds for every device in your home or business at the same time for a low, no-nonsense price.
Welcome back to Trinity Academy in Wichita. Dragons getting set to take on the host school, Trinity Academy. And you can tell that this is the last game of this three-day tournament because it is really thinned out in this gym. Both Cimarron and Wamego had pretty good crowds show up for their game, and it was pretty loud and raucous in here. And now it's like a library. And not to take anything away from libraries, but if not for the warm-up music, you could probably hear people change their mind in here. So the Dragons going to have to overcome this tournament atmosphere, if you want to call it that, and try to get a win here against the Trinity Academy squad that's, I want to say, 1-2 in their host tournament. They've got some good size, and they really got up and down the floor in the action that I was able to see them play against Cimarron a couple nights ago. But this Dragon team is physical with the defense. They have active hands. They create a lot of turnovers. They commit a lot of turnovers. But if they can get take care of the turnovers on their own part, they're going to be a pretty dangerous team, especially going into SEK League play. They are physical. There's a lot of effort. And when they get shots to fall from the outside, they're a hard team to stop. And so this is their third game in this venue, so hopefully the sight lines are becoming more familiar for shooters. And Dragons get some shots to fall tonight here against Trinity Academy. Of course, the boys to follow. They won a 2-point barn burner last night against Cimarron. And Dragon boys 2-0 in this tournament, so if they can win today against Trinity Academy, they'll take home the tournament championship for what it's worth. And a win is a win. Any win is a good one, and you'll take it if you're the Dragons. They started the season out 0-3. They've won their last two here at this tournament. In their first three games, no cakewalks. Some teams schedule patsies or lesser opponents early in the year. The Dragons have taken the exact opposite approach to that with games against Joplin, Shawnee Mission North, and Webb City to begin the year. Three very tough opponents, and the 0-3 start kind of is testimony to that. But since then, they've bounced back with a win over Wamego and then a 2-point win over Cimarron last night, and going for the sweep here at the Trinity Academy tournament. in the grand finale on the boys' side coming up right after this girls' game here between the Dragons and the Knights. And strangely enough, Wichita is a haul from Pittsburg, but we might be the closest school geographically, travel-wise, to Trinity Academy, which is why we are playing in the finales on both the girls and the boys' side. Cimarron almost out in Colorado. It's practically mountain time, I think, out there. And Wamego up by Topeka. Not an easy drive to get to Wichita from there either. So the Dragons, the 2.5-hour drive out here to Wichita might be the shortest travel of any of these teams, which is why we're playing in the final games of the tournament on Saturday. We should be done by about 5 o'clock in the afternoon, so it's not like the teams will be out on the road late or anything. So pretty good situation for travel for the Dragons, but right now focused on the games and trying to get the wins. The boys with an opportunity to win this tournament on the boys' side if they can come away with the win over the Knights on the boys' side. The girls just looking for steady improvement after they dropped the opener to Wamego. They won last night over Cimarron and trying to repeat that here against the Trinity girls. Coming right up. They'll tip off here in just a couple of minutes. Let's take a look at these starting lineups. Your starting lineups brought to you by Vietti Auto Body and Alignment in Pittsburgh on the corner of 4th and Joplin since 1948 with John Holland and Bill Hunt, now in the Vietti Alignment Shop. If it can be aligned, those guys will align it. From golf carts and side-by-sides all the way up to F550s and small buses, they'll get it done. Schedule your appointment by calling Vietti Auto Body and Alignment, 620-231-6230. First for the Dragons, they'll start number 2, senior Odessa Reed. Number 4, senior Anna Jorge. Number 10, junior Adelie Gobert. Number 11, senior Sophia Hertrich, and number 30, sophomore Mackenzie English. For Trinity, they'll start number 1, 5'6", junior Abby Toftlin. Number 5, freshman Madeline Bond. Number 32, 5'8", senior Maddie Cross. Number 34, 6'2", senior Carissa Linder. And number 40, a 5'7", senior Thessany Wilmoth.
Heavenly Father, we thank you for bringing us together today. We ask you to bless the athletes, coaches, and fans with safety and good sportsmanship. May this game be played with integrity and respect, and may your presence guide us in all that we do. It's in your Son's precious name we pray. Amen.
And every game here at this tournament's been preceded by a pregame prayer rather than a national anthem. And they're going to announce the starting lineups down there on the floor right now. And we already got around to that. It's not too often that we're ahead of the curve here at Pittsburgh Sports Live. But we are. And once we're done with the introductions, we'll get on to the opening tip-off. And our opening tip is brought to you by B&B Excavating. The numbers don't lie, dirt's heavy, so trust the guys at B&B Excavating to move what needs moving. Specializing in septic systems, water line install and repair, driveways, rock hauling and leveling, call B&B Excavating at 620-724-2735.
Junior, number 1, Abby Toftlin.
And timely. MagLab's walk-in service typically gets you in and out in under 5 minutes with same-day results. Locally owned and operated, MagLab takes most insurances, including Medicaid, and has historically had the lowest out-of-pocket prices. So when it comes to having labs drawn, don't be told where to go. Choose for yourself. Choose MagLab.
It's the rush. Every touchdown, basket, goal, or lap is filled with excitement. It's why we love the game. It's why we play the game. It's also why we bet on the game. The rush is why we need a plan. A plan to bet responsibly and not lose more than we can afford. Problem sports gambling can ruin the love we have for sports. So know when enough is enough. Know when the game is playing you. Contact 1-800-GAMBLER for help today.
Welcome back to Trinity Academy here in Wichita. And now our Camera's frozen. Awesome. I don't know what's going on. We'll try and get on top of that. Bear with us. At the break, Dragon Girls trailing Trinity Academy 21-17. Lost some internet there in the first half. Apologize for that. If it's not one thing, it's another. And the Dragons trailing it by 4. It was an exciting half. Who knows how much of it you saw. Dragons got within 4 a couple of times. Couldn't break that 4-point edge for Trinity. And yeah, bear with me while I struggle with this camera. You're watching Dragon Basketball on Pittsburgh Sports Live, maybe.
Thanks to your support, Kenora Eye Care has expanded. With double the space, they offer more exam rooms. Thanks to your support, Kenora Eye Care has expanded. With double the space, they offer more exam rooms, larger optical selection, and extended hours to fit your schedule. And with the latest technology, they can quickly diagnose.
Welcome back to Trinity Academy. We're not standing still. The video's frozen right now, trying to sort through it, but we're back underway, so we're going to give you some audio-only broadcast of the game. Trinity scored on their opening possession. They lead at 25-17, 7:08 to play third quarter. Mackenzie English with it, gives it down low to Hertrich. Her pass to Reed, mishandled, but ends up in the hands of English. Now back to Reed. And she slings it out of bounds into the Dragon bench. The one-handed baseball pass cross court didn't work, and it turns it over. Now back the other way. Trinity with it up top. This is Bond. Gets it down low to Cross, but her shot blocked by English, and they're going to call a held ball. It'll be Pittsburgh's ball off of the turnover. English with it in the lane, backing down now for the Dragons. Kicks it out to Adelie Gober, top of the key. Gober dribbling to her right. She's fouled on a shot attempt, and I think they're going to whistle Madeline Bond with that one. Oh, maybe they got Cross with it. They did. That's the first personal on Maddie Cross. First team foul on either team in this third quarter. Gober's shot on the way is good. That's Gober's first point of the night. Second shot on the way for Adelie, no good. Rebound, Linder. So it's a 7-point lead for Trinity. Shot on the way from Bond, no good. Rebound to Jorge, and she's pushed out of bounds. They're going to whistle a foul against Trinity. Ball will stay with Pittsburgh. They get Bond with that one. That's her third. So two players, Tofflin and Bond, playing with 3 fouls right now for Trinity. Miller gets the inbound from Jorge. She'll handle it up the floor across half court. Tosses it off to Jorge, way up top. Dribbling to the elbow. Now she gives it up to Miller, cross the lane, back out to the right wing. Now I got to keep saying all these locations because we're doing radio now. And gets it to English at the elbow, and she's fouled from behind. I think they're going to get Maddie Cross with that one. Yep, that's her second. Third team foul on Trinity. They have 3 team fouls in this third quarter. Dragons with 0. 5:51 to play third quarter. Pittsburgh trailing 25-18. Adelie Gober to inbound from the baseline for the Dragons. Her inbound pass knocked away by Linder, intended for Jorge, right under the bucket. I don't know what Anna was going to do with it there. She's guarded way deep under the bucket on the wrong side of the basket by a player who's about a foot taller. Now a run out for Trinity and a layup off the glass for Tossany Wilmoth. She's got 6 points. And the entry pass down low trying to get it to English is no good. And they're going to get a foul on the outside against Linder, trying to stop Jorge off the dribble and trying to shepherd her towards the baseline, and got a little too much of the body. Man, that's Linder's first. Man, the 4th team foul on Trinity. So the next foul they commit, the Dragons will be shooting free throws. Jorge to inbound and throws it away. Trying to get it to Hertrich, and the passing's just not been great for the Dragons all year long. And today, it's biting them at the worst possible times. Cross driving, her shot blocked by English. Clean block, although Cross hit the floor. She was a little bit out of control going into the lane. Tries to strip it away from English on the offensive end. English gets it back right in front of Coach Gegg. She'll give it up to Angie Miller, now to Elkamil. down the lane. Kendall's shot off the back iron. Rebound English in a crowd of white jerseys. Her shot blocked by Linder, who, again, several inches taller than English, and a bunch of white jerseys around English. Now Tofflin with it. She's driving, has it stripped away. Loose ball ends up with Anna Jorge. Dragons trailing it by 9, 27-18, 4.5 to play third quarter. Angie Miller with it. Nobody picked her up coming up the floor. Now Miller will pull up for a three off the front iron, no good. Rebound Linder. There was no purple jerseys under the bucket. And guaranteed rebound for Trinity. Tofflin now with it, driving into the lane, kicks into the corner. Shot on the way from Bond is good for three. And it's a 12-point lead now for Trinity, 30-18, 4 minutes to play third quarter. Dragons have had their opportunities, haven't been able to cash in here in this third quarter. And Trinity has hit some big shots. That down low to Hertrich. And Dragons aren't going to get an in rhythm shot up over the top of Linder. She's too tall. And that's the third block already in this third quarter. And no ball fakes, no pump fakes. And that's just an easy block for Linder every time. Timeout on the floor. Dragons want to talk it over. It's a full timeout. We'll take it as well. You're listening to Dragon Basketball on Pittsburgh Sports Live.
Our whole vision of becoming the four-state agency was because we want to be able to grow with our clients, whether they have a lake house in Oklahoma, whether they're starting a business and expanding into Arkansas. We want to make sure that they're taken care of, whether it's home, auto, financial services, or even life insurance. We want to walk through the stages of life with our clients. That's the biggest part. That's what makes us different.
At the Farm and Ranch Division of the Four-State Agency, we're a team of experts who genuinely care about you and your farming operation. That's why whether it's a visit to your farm or a friendly chat at our office, we're committed to delivering the service you deserve. Our team is fully licensed in both crop insurance and LRP, allowing us to cover your entire farming operation across Kansas, Missouri, Oklahoma, and Arkansas. Contact us today to see how we can help.
Chicken Annie's of Girard is something.
Welcome back. It's not a frozen in time moment here in Trinity. It's just our camera froze up. We're doing an audio-only broadcast till we can sort it out. Shot on the way, no good for Trinity. Rebound comes down to Kendall Elkamil. Dragons had it coming out of the timeout, and Mackenzie English missed the layup on the inside. Trinity down the other way had a miss. Now Dragons back with it. Elkamil lost it going down the lane. Now Trinity's ball, leading by 12, 3:10 to play third quarter. We'll try and get the video back up and running as quickly as we can, but I figure you want to at least hear what's going on here. And that one's out of bounds off the foot of Tossany Wilmoth, and that'll turn it over to the Dragons. 3 minutes to play third quarter. Dragons trailing 30-18. Angie Miller with it now across half court. Briley Mantooth into the game for the first time tonight. Gives it up to Hertrich down the lane, and Sophia gets the layup to go. She's got 4 points, and the lead is 10 for Trinity. Not out of reach for the Dragons if they could take care of the basketball, because defensively they're getting stops. Rolfe with it now, gives it up back up top to Tofflin. Now this is Graves with it, down low to Linder, and they're going to say she was pushed from behind. It wasn't much of a push. They're going to get that foul on, I want to say, Kendall Elkamil. That'll be Kendall's first, I believe. Oh, they whistled that on Mackenzie English. That's her first. Get the ball into Wilmoth. Now a whistle again. They're stopping play again. And they want them to inbound from the near side, not from the baseline. So although it had already been inbounded, we'll stop everything. And a point of parliamentary procedure will inbound from the near side. Now Coughlin with it at the elbow. She's collided into by Reed. Reed kind of got her with the legs. She tripped her up a little bit. And that's Odessa Reed's third foul. And Odessa's been playing tough under the bucket tonight. Dragons would like to see her stay out of foul trouble, but picks up her third. 2:16 to play third quarter. Not a devastating foul or anything. Coughlin with it, near side, trying to get it to Rolfe, and she can't handle the pass, out of bounds, give it back to the Dragons. Elkamil to inbound from in front of the Trinity bench. Kendall, hey, the refs, there you go. The ref was signaling for her to scoot over, and she was looking around at her teammates to see where she was going to throw the ball. Now English will inbound. Gets it into Angie Miller, who's going to be guarded by Toughlin up the floor. Miller drives to the right elbow. Now she'll back it back out with Toughlin right on her. Now she'll go to her left. Gets it to English on the left elbow. Now to Hertrich on the right wing. Three-pointer way off the mark. It did hit the backboard and rebounded by Linder. Gives it up to Wilmoth. Now Toughlin going to take a Steph Curry three off the mark. Long rebound comes to Hertrich. Pass ahead to Reed. She's covered. Now kicks it back out to Miller. Drives into traffic with it. Up top to English. Hands it off to Mantooth. Now back to English. Thought about a three. Almost walked with it. Gives it up to Hertrich. The Dragons got to worry about getting happy feet before they start dribbling. Hertrich kicks it out to Reed. Her shot in rhythm. Blocked by Linder. And the pump fake or the ball fake would be awesome if the Dragons used it to get the defender off their feet and then get an open shot, but haven't seen it yet tonight against a much taller player in Linder. Miller with it, gets it into English, in rhythm, off the glass and good as Linder just desperately trying not to foul. And that's Mackenzie English's first field goal tonight. It comes with 1:05 to play third quarter. Dragons trailing 30-22. And I believe Trinity, Dragon got a finger on it, and so it'll stay with the Knights. 1:03 to play third quarter. Dragons trailing by 8, 30-22. Throw it outside to Bond into the lane. Her shot was deflected. Comes down into the hands of Mackenzie English. She'll give it up to Miller. Now the Dragons with a chance to cut into this 8-point lead. Less than a minute to play third quarter. Miller with it at the right elbow. She'll give it up to English. Pulls up for a three. Off the mark. Rebound tipped around. Reed got it. Saved it in bounds to Elkamil. Or I'm sorry, to Miller. Geez. And now Mantooth with it. Was a little unsure with the dribble, but now gives it up to English. Working off a screen. And a pass to Reed, just way too hot from Hertrich. Right through the hands of Reed and out of bounds. Dragons turn it over. And when you need a touch pass, it's a bullet. And that one was way too hot for Reed to handle. Right through her hands. Under 30 seconds now. Dragons trying to need some defense here to get a stop. Keep this lead at 8 before the break. And a block from English. And it's last touched by Toughlin. It'll be Dragon ball with 15.8 to play. And a great timed block by English. She just waited and waited. Toughlin brought it right to her. And Mackenzie returned to sender. And the official with an emphatic gesture to indicate that it's Pittsburgh's ball. Pittsburgh boys having fun imitating that over here on the near side bleachers. Now English with it to the right, gives it up to Mantooth. Driving to the free throw line. English way up top. Cross is guarding her, and there's a travel call down low on Odessa Reed. And I think Trinity's figured out that if you can just blanket cover Mackenzie English, force somebody else to score it for the Dragons, things get more difficult. And a heave by Bond at the buzzer, no good. And that'll end the third quarter. Dragons trailing it by 8, 30-22. I'm going to try and restart this computer, see if it helps. And we'll try and get you video back here for the fourth quarter. You're listening right now to Dragon Basketball on Pittsburgh Sports Live. Hey, I think we're back. We got video. What do you know? All right. 7:23 to play. Fourth quarter, Dragons trailing Trinity Academy 30-22. There you saw the block by Mackenzie English. Hutchison with the pass down court to Elkamil, and her layup is good. 6 points for Kendall Elkamil. Dragons trailing by 6, 30-24. Topfeld with it, gets it down low to Linder. Her shot no good. Rebound Hutchinson. Asiana seeing her first action tonight. Now Elkamil with it, down low to Hertrich. Bodied on the baseline, gets it back out to Elkamil. Now down low to Hutchinson. Her shot on the way, no good. Rebound comes down to Tossany Wilmoth. Is trying to step through, she loses it. Dragon ball, 6:35 to play. Pittsburg trailing by 6. Asiana Hutchinson in the game right now, along with Briley Mantooth, Sophia Hertrich, Mackenzie English, and Kendall Elkamil. As Coach Gegg keeps tweaking that Dragon lineup, massaging it, if you will, to try and find one that matches up well with this Trinity squad. Hutchinson with it, right down the lane, fearless to the glass. Hutchinson with the bucket. And that's a good sub in for the Dragons. Quickly back the other way. This is Wilmoth with it, gives it up to Tofflin. 4-point game, 6:09 to play, fourth quarter. Dragons trailing by 4. Wilmoth with it, has to pick up her dribble, gives it back to Tofflin. Thought about a NBA range 3. Now she'll get it back over to Wilmoth, stepping through, underhanded layup off the glass. Rebound Linder, kicks it out, 3-point bucket for Madeline Bond. Bond has 10 points, 6 of those coming behind the arc in this second half. There's a foul called on the wrong end of the floor. And English going to have to inbound for the Dragons. She's telling her teammates, hey, come on down here. They're giving us full court pressure. It'd be good to get some numbers down here and have some options. 5:44 to play. Dragons trailing it by 7, 33-26. And there you saw the rebounding ability of Linder. Didn't make the shot, but kicked it out to an open 3-point shooter. And that's kind of the game that Trinity wants to play. They want to shoot it from outside. Hutchinson driving in. She's fouled. And it's they're going to waiting to see who they whistled that one against. Whistled that one against Maddie Cross. That's her 4th. And Cross, a big part of the offense for Trinity. Dragons get it into, English, and she misses the layup real deep under the bucket. And then on the other end, an open layup opportunity for Madeline Bond, and she just lost the ball out of bounds. And so that'll give it right back to Pittsburg. But the Dragons working against this full court press. It would have been nice to get that little bunny under the bucket for English. And if you're McKenzie, that's one you got to shake off. Don't get frustrated. Still plenty of time here to play in this one. Then a travel against Gober all alone. Nobody around her. Whistled for the travel. 5:24 to play. It gives the ball right back to Trinity. 33-26. Dragons trailing. Gober will sit. Miller into the game. Cross gets it into Wilmoth, and we're underway. Over to Tofflin on the far side. I got to realize we got video now. I don't have to tell you where everything happens on the floor. Jorge with it now. English for 3. Off the mark. Missed everything with it, out of bounds. And it's the Trinity crowd letting McKenzie hear about that one. She's now last couple times down, missed a bunny layup. That time a miss on a 3-point bucket. Just got to keep going. And English gets the steal away from Wilmoth, and she'll back it out. Good decision by Angie Miller, And now English battling down low, misses the layup again. I think Linder is really affecting English under the bucket, and she walked with it before driving baseline. And yeah, she's starting to get a little bit frustrated, understandably so. Is English. It's been a tough game for her. She's just got 2 points. 4 points. A bucket in the first quarter and a bucket in the third. And English usually leads the team in scoring. Trinity's done a good job frustrating her tonight. Dragons hanging in there, though. 33-26, 7-point lead. 4:40 to play. Got to get a stop here defensively. Wilmoth trying to give it up to Linder, and they turn it over. Linder not ready for it, and that one almost hit her in the head as it went right over the top and out of bounds. Cross will sit. Rolfe into the game for Trinity. Jorge to inbound to Miller. Back underway. 4:30 left to play. Dragons need some points. They'll give it up to Hutchinson. She's been a good aggressive offensive player for the Dragons right now. Calling for the ball down low. The entry pass from Hertrich. Way off the mark, too high. And the Dragons will turn it over. So we see an improvement out of the Dragons, but there's still growing pains for this team without a doubt. 4:19 and counting. Quickly down the other way comes Trinity. Another three-point attempt for Bond. That one no good. And Miller can't control the ball. It's out of bounds. It'll stay with Trinity. Stops the clock. 4:09 to play. 4:09 to play, fourth quarter. Dragons trailing at 33-26. Apologize for not having the score up for you. Heck, we're just happy to have video at this point. Tofflin with it. Long three-pointer on the way. Off the back iron, no good. Rebound tipped around, stolen away by Wilmoth. Right out of the hands of Hutchinson. Long three-pointer off the glass is good for Rolfe. Somebody need to wipe that ball off. Timeout. Full timeout on the floor. Dragons want to talk it over. We'll take a break as well. You're watching Dragon Basketball on Pittsburgh Sports Live.
Our whole vision of becoming the four-state agency was because we want to be able to grow with our clients, whether they have a lake house in Oklahoma, whether they're starting a business and expanding into Arkansas. We want to make sure that they're taken care of, whether it's home, auto, financial services, or even life insurance. We want to walk through the stages of life with our clients. That's the biggest part. That's what makes us different.
At Girard Medical Center, our physical and occupational therapy department is dedicated to helping you bounce back stronger. Whether you're recovering from an injury, surgery, or just want to move better every day. From student athletes to seniors, we provide personalized care and expert support right here at home. To learn more about our therapy department and our other services, visit GirardMedicalCenter.com, a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans and your hometown team for health and healing. Rooted in rural, focused on you.
Welcome back to Trinity Academy in Wichita. Dragons trailing the host Trinity Academy Knights by 10, 36-26, 3:45 to play in this one. English with it, gives it up to Miller, drives right into Linder. She could have just pulled up for a little 10-footer, but instead drove right into the defender, turns the ball over, and now Trinity with it. Tofflin out beyond the three-point line. Elkamil picks her pocket, steals it away. And now she needs help. Gets it ahead to English. Now back to Elkamil. English at the free throw line. Little 10-footer. She's fouled by Linder. And that'll send Mackenzie to the line to shoot a pair. Well, that should be Linder's second. Nope, it's her third. When you're wrestling a computer, sometimes you miss fouls when they happen. Apologies. First shot on the way for English. Rattles in. That's just English's third point of the night. I thought that bucket in the third was her first of the night, and it was. She's really struggled tonight against the bigs, and Linder in particular from Trinity, but she has missed a couple of open layups. She hits both free throws there. 4 points for Mackenzie English, and the lead is 8. Dragons going to show some full court pressure. And they get it in to Tofflin, back to Cross, ahead to Wilmoth. down to Bond, and an open layup for Bond as they had no trouble breaking that pressure. It didn't seem like the Dragons were really sure who had who coming down the floor, and Bond has 12 points, 8 of those in the second half. And there's a timeout, Dragons. 30-second timeout. We'll stay right here.
Pittsburg, 30-second timeout. We also like to thank Dental Associates, Dr. Jeff Smith. Dental Associates, the proud supporter of Trinity Academy. Go Knights!
.253 to play. Dragons trailing by 10, 28-38 to the host Trinity Academy Knights. Get the inbound pass into English, working on the far side against Wilmoth. Backs her down, kicks it over to Serrano, who just checked into the game. Her shot blocked. You got a pump fake to get the big defender off her feet before attempting the shot, as that one's blocked by Linder. Miller to inbound from the baseline. Gets it into English. Wrap around pass to Miller. Miller can't handle it but chases it down before it goes out of bounds. She'll give it up to Elkamil, driving at the elbow. Now back to Hutchinson. She almost walked with it. Gives it up to English right in front of the Dragon bench. McKenzie hoists up a three to beat the shot clock. No rim, though, so it's a shot clock violation against the Dragons. And that'll turn the ball over with 2:25 left to play in the game. Dragons trailing by 10. Looks like, barring some fantastic comeback from the Dragons, that Trinity's going to come away with the win here. There's a steal by Elkamil. That's a good start. Hutchinson comes away with it for Pittsburgh. She's harassed up the floor. Lots of contact. No call. Elkamil with it. She throws one up over the back like a reverse scoop layup. No good. And Trinity's going to come away with it. Tofflin with it. And she's going to be fouled along the baseline. And they get Elkamil with that one.
Foul call number 24, Elkamil. Her first, team first.
That's Elkamil's first. Kenda will sit. Hertrich back into the game for the Dragons. Bond inbound, gets it into Cross. She'll put it on the floor, into the lane, throws one up, no good. Rebound ripped away by Miller, but she dribbles into a crowd and loses it. And it's another instance where she didn't have, there was no numbers. You don't have to force it up the floor into traffic. You could just slow it down, and instead turned it over. And a held ball, and it will stay with Trinity. 1:32 to play. Dragons trailing by 10, 38-28. There's timeout on the floor. It's a full timeout. We'll take it as well. You're watching Dragon Basketball on Pittsburgh Sports Live.
At Girard Medical Center, our physical and occupational therapy department is dedicated to helping you bounce back stronger. Whether you're recovering from an injury, surgery, or just want to move better every day. From student athletes to seniors, we provide personalized care and At Girard Medical Center, our physical and occupational therapy department is dedicated to helping you bounce back stronger. Whether you're recovering from an injury, surgery, or just want to move better every day. From student athletes to seniors, we provide personalized care and expert support right here at home. To learn more about our therapy department and our other services, visit GirardMedicalCenter.com, a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans and your hometown team for health and healing. Rooted in rural, focused on you.
When it comes to having your labs drawn, you have a choice of where to go. For 30 years, MagLab has focused on providing quality lab work that is accurate and timely. MagLab's walk-in service typically gets you in and out in under 5 minutes with same-day results. Locally owned and operated, MagLab takes most insurances.
Trinity with the ball coming out of the timeout, 1:32 to play in the game. They lead it by 10. The inbound pass picked off by Mackenzie English and poked away from her, but it will stay with the Dragons. The left inbound from directly in front of the Trinity bench. They'll get it into Miller, who will handle it up the floor against Tofflin. Miller dribbling it around. She driving. Now she picks up her dribble, gives it up to Hertrich, across the lane out to Hutchinson. She'll try a three off the mark, and it was out of bounds. Last touch by, well, it looked like it was last touch by Linder, but the official right there signaled that it was Trinity ball. Now they're going to have a conversation between that official and somebody else who was watching. And nope, it's going to stay with Trinity. Maybe Jorge got it down low around the waist, but it looked like Linder got it up high. It's a 10-point game with a minute left, so not that big of a deal at this point. Cross with it, the free throw line, gives it up to Bond, top of the key. Her pass to Tofflin tipped away, but Abby able to chase it down. Now she'll put it on the floor, kicks it out. Pass picked off by Hertrich, saved inbounds to English, and the Dragons will have it. They got to go quick here. You can't have a long drawn-out possession at this point. And there's a timeout. Coach Gegg wants to talk it over with the team, make sure she gets the play she wants. 42.6 left to play. 10-point lead. I didn't see if it was a 30 or a full timeout. Everybody's sitting down. Well, Trinity's standing. It is a full timeout. We'll take a break. You're watching Dragon Basketball on Pittsburgh Sports Live.
When it comes to having your labs drawn, you have a choice of where to go. For 30 years, MagLab has focused on providing quality lab work that is accurate and timely. MagLab's walk-in service typically gets you in and out in under 5 minutes with same-day results. Locally owned and operated, MagLab takes most insurances, including Medicaid, and has historically had the lowest out-of-pocket prices. So when it comes to having labs drawn, don't be told where to go. Choose for yourself. Choose MagLab.
From the phone call to the service call, Roto-Rooter is there with fast and reliable sewer and drain service. From repair and replacement to septic and grease trap pumping, Roto-Rooter is here for you. With video inspections, Roto-Rooter can identify the exact issue to get the repair done quickly and correctly. Complete sewer line repairs or replacements, Roto-Rooter has you covered. Serving Crawford, Bourbon, and Cherokee counties, Roto-Rooter, 620-231-5630.
At GN Bank, we're your neighbor.
Dragons with the ball coming out of the timeout. Clock running, 35 seconds left to play. Long three-point attempt by English, misses everything. Tipped around, out of bounds, going to stay with the Dragons, as they're going to say Maddie Cross was the last one to touch it. 29.4. Miller to inbound, over the top to English. Turns around, shot no good, man. Mackenzie's having a real rough time shooting the ball in this final game of this tournament. It's been kind of a rough tournament all the way through for English. There's a foul on the outside. They're going to get Miller with that against Cross. Just the second team foul against the Dragons. And that's Miller's first. Dragons have done a good job staying out of foul trouble today. It has plagued them a couple times this season, but not tonight. And really, the turnovers haven't been that bad. Now they're willfully fouling. 10-point deficit here with under 20 seconds. It's a tall order, especially when you haven't shot the ball well from outside at all today. Cross will inbound from the far side. Hertrich picks up that foul, her first. Now Wilmoth with it, and she's fouled by English. That's McKenzie's second. 13 seconds left. And we'll see if the Dragons call off the dogs here or keep fouling. Nope, Hutchinson fouls. And that's going to send Madeline Bond to the line to shoot two. Well, Hutchinson picks up her first. Bond's first free throw was good. And Bond's had a pretty good game. .13 points for her, trying to make it 14 right here, and she does. Perfect from the free throw line on that trip. Perfect for the day, 2 for 2. Timeout Dragons. So it's an academic exercise at this point, but coach is working on stuff with them, and that's the purpose of coming out to this tournament. It's not, you're not here to just win the game. Of course, you want to do that, but you want to work on stuff and get better as you head into league play. And so that's why the timeouts, that's why the fouls here late in this game, even though it's pretty much a decided affair. 8.4 seconds left to play. Dragons trailing by 12, 40-28 to Trinity Academy. Again, we apologize for not having the score up for you. Technology's great sometimes. And today it's one of those days when nothing wants to cooperate. And hopefully we can just keep the video going for the boys game. That'll make me happy. And the boys, of course, following this one up. Dragons taking on Trinity Academy on the boys' side. Pittsburgh's picked up a couple wins here. They could win this tournament on the boys' side if they can beat Trinity Academy here today. Inbound pass goes to English. She spins into the lane, working. Can't get it to fall, but she's fouled. And we'll see who they whistle this one on. They get Wilmoth with it. And she was doing all she could against Mackenzie English there. And I'll send English to the line to shoot two. 4.2 seconds left to play. English hits the first.
First free throw, good. English.
Mackenzie has 5 points, all of them coming in the second half. It's just had a real rough time getting anything to go down tonight that's not a free throw. The second one off the back iron. She's 3 for 4 from the stripe tonight. And is that a held ball or what? They're just going to let the clock run. There's a tug of war over the ball for about 5 seconds there, but that's going to do it. And the Dragons fall by 11, 40-29 to the host Trinity Academy Knights. But took better care of the ball today. And it could be that the Knights didn't press the Dragons as much, didn't trap as much, but improvement, you can see it from the Dragons, and that's really all you're hoping for in these early season tournaments as the Dragons getting set for boys getting set to take the floor. Got about 20 minutes till tip off in that one, and just lost the video. There it is. Something's up. I don't know. And we'll step away for a quick break. You're watching Dragon Basketball on Pittsburgh Sports Live.
Whether you're trying to make the most of the next harvest, navigating a changing business landscape, or planning for the next chapter in your life, the professionals at Prime Accounting Solutions are here to help. With 10 locations, Prime Accounting offers convenient, friendly accounting and tax services at a fair price. Payroll, bookkeeping, business planning, personal tax filing, and more. And now Prime is the place to go for insurance. To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net.
At the Farm and Ranch Division of the Four-State Agency, we're a team of experts who genuinely care about you and your farming operation. That's why whether it's a visit to your farm or a friendly chat at our office, we're committed to delivering the service you deserve. Our team is fully licensed in both crop insurance and LRP, allowing us to cover your entire farming operation across Kansas, Missouri, Oklahoma, and Arkansas. Contact us today to see how we can help.
Selling equipment can be a hassle. Whether you're needing to replace an old tractor or you're finally getting to retire, the time and energy needed to clean, prep, promote, and sell seems daunting. That's why you need Tyler Jackman and Big Iron Auctions. From one piece to the whole farm, Big Iron Auctions can deliver your items to more than 750,000 registered bidders. Call Tyler Jackman at 620-404-8115 or learn more at BigIronAuctions.com. From the phone call to the service call, Roto-Rooter is there with fast and reliable sewer and drain service. From repair and replacement to septic and grease trap pumping, Roto-Rooter is here for you. With video inspections, Roto-Rooter can identify the exact issue to get the repair done quickly and correctly. Complete sewer line repairs or replacements, Roto-Rooter has you covered. Serving Crawford, Bourbon, and Cherokee counties, Roto-Rooter, 620-231-5630.
Nothing says luxury like a Lincoln. Take advantage of 0% financing for 66 months right now on the all-new Lincoln Navigator. Come see us today at Mike Carpino Family of Ford Lincoln Dealerships, Columbus, Parsons, Pittsburgh.
Welcome back to Trinity Academy here in Wichita. Final game of the Trinity Academy tournament. Dragons taking on the host school, Trinity Academy Knights. Dragons have won their first 2 games in this tournament. If they win here tonight against Trinity, I think the boys win this tournament. So how about that? Girls fall 40-29 in their finale against Trinity. Let's take a look at some of those scoring totals. First for Trinity Academy, they're led in scoring by Madeline Bond. She finished with 14 points, 10 of those coming in the second half when they started to pull away. The Dragons got that lead down to 4 a few times and just couldn't crack through that margin. And Trinity ends up winning it by 11. But, yeah, anyway, Bond led them in scoring with 14. Abby Tofflin had 7. Maddie Cross with 6. Tossany Wilmoth with 6. And there's one more. Oh, Emma Rolfe finished with 3 on a 3-point bucket in the fourth quarter. For the Dragons, they're led in scoring by a duo of Angie Miller and Kendall Elkamil. They had 6 points each. Miller 6, all came in that first half. She had a heck of a first half and did not score in the second. Elkamil had 4 in the first, 2 in the second. Odessa Reed finished with 5 points, all of those coming in the first half. Tough night for Sophia Hertrich. She finishes with 4 points, and an even tougher night for Mackenzie English. No points for English in the first half. She finished with 5, but 3 of those came from the free throw line. She was 3 of 4 from the stripe. Asiana Hutchinson got in the second half. She had a bucket in the fourth quarter. And Adelie Gober finished with 1 point on 1 of 2 from the free throw line in the third quarter. But the Dragons fall to 2-4 on the season. On the girls' side, I believe, I'll have to double check on that. So many numbers. The boys won last night, 52-50 over Cimarron. And like I said, they're looking for their third win in this tournament here tonight against the home school, Trinity Academy. And it's going to be a tall order for the Dragons, and pretty much the same deal for the boys as for the girls. Just need to limit the turnovers because they played really good defense throughout this tournament and really for most of the year. It's just the passing hasn't been sharp offensively, and there's been quite a few turnovers for the Dragons this year. If they can get that under control, they're going to be a pretty tough team to beat down the stretch. And hoping to see more improvement. Every week out, we've seen a little bit of improvement from the Dragons, and we're hoping that we can keep that going here tonight in this season finale, or not season finale, tournament finale here at the Trinity Academy tournament. We're about 12 minutes away from tip-off. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back. You're watching Dragon Basketball on Pittsburg Sports Live.
Today we're going to do an experiment to see just how fast Crawlcan's multi-gig internet is. In your email, you'll find two links. When I say go, click on the first link to download the 500 gigabyte test file. Go! Okay, now when I say go, click on the second link in your email to upload the file. Go! I guess it really does eclipse all other internet.
Release the Crawcan. Monstrous multi-gig speeds for a low, no-nonsense price.
Having the right financial partner can make all the difference. Community National Bank and Trust believes banking should do more than just hold your money. We support your goals, simplify your day-to-day, and give you room to grow with quality banking services. Withdraw, transfer, invest, apply for loans, and talk with our banking professionals online, over the phone, or in person. Let Community National Bank and Trust help you build a banking experience that works for you. Community National Bank and Trust, equal housing lender and member FDIC.
Whether you're trying to make the most of the next harvest, navigating a changing business landscape, or planning for the next chapter in your life, the professionals at Prime Accounting Solutions are here to help. With 10 locations, Prime Accounting offers convenient, friendly accounting and tax services at a fair price. Payroll, bookkeeping, business planning, personal tax filing, and more. And now Prime is the place to go for insurance. To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net.
Having the right financial partner can make all the difference. Community National Bank and Trust believes banking should do more than just hold your money. We support your goals, simplify your day-to-day, and give you room to grow with quality banking services. Withdraw, transfer, invest, apply for loans, and talk with our banking professionals online, over the phone, or in person. Let Community National Bank and Trust help you build a banking experience that works for you. Community National Bank and Trust, equal housing lender and member FDIC.
Whether you're trying to make the most of the next harvest, navigating a changing business landscape, or planning for the next chapter in your life, the professionals at Prime Accounting Solutions are here to help. With 10 locations, Prime Accounting offers convenient, friendly accounting and tax services at a fair price. Payroll, bookkeeping, business planning, personal tax filing, and more. And now Prime is the place to go for insurance. To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net.
Chicken Annie's of Girard is something to crow about. Their family-style restaurant continues a Southeast Kansas tradition with their specialty fried chicken, plus famous homemade onion rings, chicken and noodles, and so much more. And of course, their delicious homemade pies. Dine in or carry out available. Chicken Annie's of Girard has the best value, flavor, and service in the area. Stop in soon or call for catering. 620-724-4090.
At the Farm and Ranch Division of the Four-State Agency, we're a team of experts who genuinely care about you and your farming operation. That's why whether it's a visit to your farm or a friendly chat at our office, we're committed to delivering the service you deserve. Our team is fully licensed in both crop insurance and LRP, allowing us to cover your entire farming operation across Kansas, Missouri, Oklahoma, and Arkansas. Contact us today to see how we can help.
Selling equipment can be a hassle, whether you're needing to replace an old tractor or you're finally getting to retire. The time and energy needed to clean, prep, promote, and sell seems daunting. That's why you need Tyler Jackman and Big Iron Auctions. From one piece to the whole farm, Big Iron Auctions can deliver your items to more than 750,000 registered bidders. Call Tyler Jackman at 620-404-8115 or learn more at BigIronAuctions.com.
At Girard Medical Center, our physical and occupational therapy department is dedicated to helping you bounce back stronger. Whether you're recovering from an injury, surgery, or just want to move better every day. From student athletes to seniors, we provide personalized care and expert support right here at home. To learn more about our therapy department and our other services, visit GirardMedicalCenter.com, a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans and your hometown team for health and healing. Rooted in rural, focused on you.
From the phone call to the service call, Roto-Rooter is there with fast and reliable sewer and drain.
Welcome back to a rockin' Trinity Academy here in Wichita, getting set for the final game of the 3-day Trinity Academy tournament between the Pittsburg Dragons and the Trinity Knights. I'm Josh Lettner. Alongside me, my lovely wife Jenny, running the camera for us this weekend. And we're battling a little bit of technical difficulties today. We did get our video back up, so we're glad to have that. And we hope we can just keep that going for you through the rest of this boys game. We do want to let you know that Pittsburgh Sports Live is presented by Crawcan, your community technology partner. Don't get bit by slow speeds and high prices. Get Gigabit, the fastest internet in Southeast Kansas, with Crawcan. To learn more about Crawcan's services and no-nonsense pricing, check them out online at ckt.net. All right, this is the Community Bank and Trust pregame show brought to you by Community National Bank, or Community Bank and Trust. Your neighbors, your partners, and your biggest supporters, from personal and business banking to mortgages, credit cards, and investments. C&B has the tools you need with the services you deserve. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. Getting about 5-6 minutes away from tip-off here in Wichita. Let's go ahead and take a look at those starting lineups, brought to you by Vietti Auto Body and Alignment on the corner of 4th and Joplin since 1948. With John Holland and Bill Hunt now in the Vietti Alignment shop. If it can be aligned, they'll align it. From golf carts and side-by-sides all the way up to F-550s and small buses, they'll get it done. Schedule your appointment by calling Vietti Auto Body and Alignment at 620-231-6230. All right, starting lineups for tonight's game for the Pittsburgh Purple Dragons. They'll start the usual suspects, the usual starting five. Number 1, senior Danny Durden. Number 2, senior Caden Navaratnam. Number 4, junior Jamarcus Davis. Number 5, junior Zane Miller. And number 20, senior Malachi Meadows. Might see Landon Jesse in there in the starting lineup as well. We tend to, he goes in and out. And for Trinity, they'll start number 0, a 5'8 junior, Jude Adkison. Number 1, that one's going to give me trouble. 6'2 junior, Jesse Eklund. Number 3, a 6'1 junior, Zach Zimmerman. Number 22, a 6'3 senior, Tyler Wurtenberger. Number 23, a 6'2 senior, Gabe Koster. So the Dragons won their first 2 games of this tournament over Wamego, and last night a 52-50 win over Cimarron. And Cimarron played Wamego today. It was a 1-point game. We kind of brought you some of that early on because it was a barn burner, and we're right here, so you might as well. But the Dragons defeated Wamego 49-35, and not a very high-scoring game, but one that Pittsburgh came out on top. And hoping to repeat that again here today against Trinity. About 3 minutes away from tip-off. We'll step away for a quick break. We'll be back. You're watching Dragon Basketball on Pittsburgh Sports Live.
At the Farm and Ranch Division of the Four-State Agency, we're a team of experts who genuinely care about you and your farming operation. That's why whether it's a visit to your farm or a friendly chat at our office, we're committed to delivering the service you deserve. Our team is fully licensed in both crop insurance and LRP, allowing us to cover your entire farming operation across Kansas, Missouri, Oklahoma, and Arkansas. Contact us today to see how we can help.
Selling equipment can be a hassle, whether you're needing to replace an old tractor or you're finally getting to retire. The time and energy needed to clean, prep, promote, and sell seems daunting. That's why you need Tyler Jackman and Big Iron Auctions. From one piece to the whole farm, Big Iron Auctions can deliver your items to more than 750,000 registered bidders. Call Tyler Jackman at 620-404-8115 or learn more at BigIronAuctions.com.
At Girard Medical Center, our physical and occupational therapy department is dedicated to helping you bounce back stronger. Whether you're recovering from an injury, surgery, or just want to move better every day. From student athletes to seniors, we provide personalized care and expert support right here at home. To learn more about our therapy department and our other services, visit GirardMedicalCenter.com, a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans and your hometown team for health and healing. Rooted in rural, focused on you.
From the phone call to the service call, Roto-Rooter is there with fast and reliable sewer and drain service. From repair and replacement to septic and grease trap pumping, Roto-Rooter is here for you. With video inspections, Roto-Rooter can identify the exact issue to get the repair done quickly and correctly. Complete sewer line repairs or replacements, Roto-Rooter has you covered. Serving Crawford, Bourbon, and Cherokee counties, Roto-Rooter, 620-231-5630.
Welcome back to Trinity Academy here in Wichita, getting set for tip-off of the boys matchup between the Pittsburg Purple Dragons and the Trinity Knights. I'm going to announce the starting lineups on the floor. We got out in front of that one already with our starting lineups.
To the final day of the Trinity Classic. Today's matchup features the Pittsburg Dragons and your Trinity Knights.
We apologize for not having a scoreboard for tonight's game. We're having some technical gremlins on that one, and I don't have an electronic engineering degree. I'm a mere mortal, so we're doing good to have video, and we'll try and keep that going for you as much as we can. Get this entire game in the books here tonight as the Dragons going for the tournament win. If they can win all 3 games here in this tournament, they're 2-0 so far. We're going to face a test here tonight against this Trinity squad. They got some size for sure. And that has given the Dragons trouble, but they've gotten it taken care of in this tournament.
Father God, we're thankful every day. Thankful for both of these teams. Please bless them as they took the court, protect them, keep them safe. We wish them safe travel on their way back. Please let them compete with the high energy and competitiveness, Lord God, but at the end of the day, it all comes back to you. So thank you for another day. Thank you for all your blessings. And then we pray.
Now we're going to pause for the national anthem.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets declared, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh,
Sophia Crawford with your national anthem. Belted that one out.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for your starting lineup.
And they're going to announce the starting lineups on the floor as we get closer to tip-off.
Senior, number 1, Danny Durden.
Our opening tip is brought to you by B&B Excavating. The numbers don't lie. Dirt's heavy. It's just science. So trust the guys at B&B Excavating to move what needs moving. Specializing in septic systems, water line install and repair, driveways, rock hauling, and leveling. Call B&B Excavating, 620-724-2735.
Dragons coached by Jesse Miles, Tom Shulman, and Chris Tabora. And now, your Trinity Knights. Junior, number 0, Jude Atkinson. Junior, number 1, Jesse Eklund. Junior, number 3, Zach Zimmerman. Senior, number 22, Tyler Wartenberger. And senior, number 23, Gabe Foster. Right coached by Nate Aubry, Don Parr. Officiating tonight, Mike Welty, Kirk Wade, Frank Rainbaugh. Good luck, man.
Ah, the soothing sounds of Van Halen. Getting ready for the jump ball and start the game. I mentioned earlier, if the Dragons can pick this win up, I think they're going to take the title. I'm not sure how all this works, but going 3-0 in this tournament, they'll be the only boys team to do so. So I think they take home the tournament championship. As Danny Durden set to jump it against Tyler Wertenberger. And the Dragons will control off the tip. Jamarcus Davis with it for Pittsburgh, and we're underway in this tournament finale. On the boys' side, Davis spinning to the bucket. 4-2, and a quick start for the Dragons. Jamarcus Davis right down the lane. Gives Pittsburgh an early 2-0 lead. Now on the other end, this is Atkinson with it. Gets it down low to Wertenberger. Off the glass and good. You can tell what Trinity wants to do. They want to feed the big man. And Durden doing a good job not fouling there. Davis right down the lane, kicks it out, open three for Zane Miller. Off the mark, tipped around. Durden comes away with it, out to Davis. Navaratnam with it. Pump fakes, now steps into a three, short of the mark. Dragons have had trouble shooting threes in here thus far. And there's a three-point shot by Trinity. Saved in bounds by Zimmerman, but right into the hands of Miller. Kicks it over to Navaratnam, now down on the baseline to Meadows. He's cut off. Up top to Miller for three, off deadheads off the back iron. Rebound comes down to Atkinson, and he's fouled out on the open floor, kind of tripped up. And they're going to whistle this foul against Durden.
Foul number 1, Danny Durden, his first, team first.
I didn't see it, but that's Durden's first, team first on the Dragons. Get it into Atkinson. Now this is Eklund with it, guarded by Miller. Now back to Atkinson. Has it almost stolen away by Miller, gets it back. And now Eklund with it, spinning into the lane. And it's good as he got the shot up over Navaratnam. And we're sorry for the video cutting out. I don't know. Could be the cable. We're just going to go. Davis with it for the Dragons down the lane. Kicks it out to Miller, but Davis is fouled on the drive. And they got it on Atkinson. And that's his first team foul on Trinity. Davis to inbound, gets it into Durden. Now to Miller, back to Navaratnam on the blocks. To Miller, streaking down the lane, and he's fouled. Zane Miller being aggressive, heading for the bucket. They whistle that one on Eklund. That's his first. Zane Miller at the line to shoot two. Miller hits the first. Free throws were an issue for the Dragons last night, although they came out with a 2-point win. Something Coach Moss mentioned they were going to work on in practice is about 50% from the line as a team, and there Miller goes 50%. And the Dragons trailing by 1, 4-3, 6:04 to play first quarter. Eklund with it. Gives it up to Zimmerman around the horn to Coster. Atkinson with it. Back to Zimmerman into the lane, kicks it out to Coster outside, drives into the lane, then kicks out to Eklund. Long three on the way, high off the back iron, and gets it to fall. And Dragons are going to have to offensively find a way to answer back. They're down by 4 here early. Davis has it poked away, and then they hassle Zimmerman down the floor, but he maintains possession and gets the layup to fall, and the Dragons quickly down by 6. Into the corner to Miller, and a timeout called by Coach Moss. And he didn't want the timeout and got it anyway. Who knows what that was? What was that? It's not a timeout because we're not taking a timeout. It just stopped the play. What was that? What was that? Now the Dragons going to sub Landon Jesse into the game for Zane Miller. And I think Coach was trying to say he wanted to sub on the next stoppage, and they tried to give him a timeout. Anyway, Navaratnam with it, gets it over to Meadows. Up top to Jamarcus Davis, driving down the lane. Tossed to Durden, who lost it, got it back, battling, and he's going to be fouled down low. I think they're going to whistle that one on Wertenberger. That's his first, third team foul. Davis to inbound, gets it into Jesse. Back to Davis in the corner. Dragons in a lot of action in that corner right in front of the bench of Trinity, and Davis gets that one up over the defender for the bucket. He's got 4 points. Dragons trailing 9-5. 4:45 to play first quarter. Down on the offensive end, Eklund with it. Just hit a big three-pointer, gets it over to Coster. He'll pull the trigger on a three. And this Trinity squad likes to shoot the three ball, apparently. That one's a miss. Rebound, Durden. And now Davis with it on the offensive end for the Dragons. Gives it to Navaratnam. Always thinking about a three. Passes it off to Meadows, to Jesse. Now Davis will take a contested three and misses. Rebound comes down to Zimmerman for Trinity, and they're coming back offensively. Not a great shot for the Dragons to settle for that time. Atkinson with it, crossing over. His shot blocked by Jesse, but Miller not looking for it. Ends up in the hands of Zimmerman, who is Miller's man. And his shot no good. Rebound Meadows. Gives it back to Davis, who will handle it across half court for the Dragons. Kicks it over to Jesse on the far side. And his pass intended for Durden is picked off by Wertenberger. Hey, remember there's a 6'4" guy down there. You can't throw that cross-court pass at about 6 foot level. Shot no good. Durden with the rebound. And here comes Davis. Drives into the trees, forces that one up, and it's blocked. Now quickly ahead, coming the other way is Zimmerman, picked up by Navaratnam. He's driving. Caden strips it away briefly. Zimmerman gets it back, and the layup is good. A strong player is Zimmerman, and his hand strength there as it's stripped away, and he rips it right back and puts the layup up and in. Dragons trailing 11-5, 2:50 to play in a fast-moving first quarter. Davis with it, top of the key, thinking about a three now. He'll put it on the floor. Driving, kicks into the corner to Jesse, but it's a low pass out to Navaratnam, and he drills a three. Always thinking about it. And he gets that one to drop. The announcer said Wyatt Thomas, but that was Navaratnam who hit that one. Atkinson out, shot on the way from Ekman, no good. Navaratnam had the rebound. He's fouled from behind. I think they're going to get Zimmerman with that one. Nope. Gabe Coster is whistled for the foul. That's his first, fourth team foul on Trinity. It'll be Pittsburgh ball after the foul. Jesse will get it in to Wyatt Thomas, who's now in the game. Now Corday Hayes, who just checked in, has it. Meadows back to Hayes. Now Navaratnam with it. Into the corner to Thomas, driving baseline. A lot of contact out there. And has to give it up to Meadows, who lost his footing, slipped, lost the ball. And Wurtenberger back the other way. He lost his footing. Over to the far side to Eklund. Into the lane. Can't get it to fall. Rebound comes down to Jesse. Jesse with it right now, guarded by Eklund. Out to Meadows, back to Jesse, into the corner to Wyatt Thomas. Back up top, Navaratnam, three-pointer in rhythm, missed everything. And that'll turn it back over to Trinity. There's a number 34 in the game for Trinity. I don't have a 34 on my roster. I'll get you that name as soon as I hear it. Some new players in for Trinity. I'm trying to keep up with it, and there's a travel called on the outside against Brody Lee. Thomas with it, gives it up to Zane Miller at the elbow. Miller drives over to Durden. A lot of contact. There's the foul call. Like, can't get knocked on your butt and not get a foul like that as Durden.
Number 4, Corey Murphy, his first, team fifth.
I'm going to call that foul on Corey Murphy. Just checked into the game. First for Murphy, fifth team foul on Trinity. Durden hits the free throw. Dragons trailing by 2, 11-9, 1:06 to play first quarter. Durden's second shot off the back iron, no good. Rebound comes down to Murphy. Now ahead to Kaufman into the corner, and another travel called against Trinity. That one's Brighton Beatty. 5'11" sophomore, moved his feet before dribbling. Durden with it up top. He'll give it up to Corday Hayes on the offensive end for the Dragons. He gets it down low on the blocks, working against Beatty. Now back to Corday Hayes. Zane Miller thought about three. Now drives. His layup no good. A lot of white jerseys down there. Scrum for the ball. And Dragons have it. And Coach Moss, timely timeout, will save the possession for the Dragons, trailing by 2. 33.1 to play first quarter. 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. Dragons fell behind early, but have been battling their way back in this one. They trailed by as many as 7, but have since crawled back to within 2.
I'd like to thank our sponsors tonight, Brothers That Just Do Gutters, expert replacement gutter guards in cleaning. Get your free estimate at Brothers Gutters.
Coach Moss giving them the plays, got the whiteboard out. Quintessential coaching action going on down there. 33 seconds left. And only 10 seconds, though, on the shot clock for the Dragons. That's something they got to keep in mind. 10 seconds to get a shot here for Pittsburgh. Coach trying to get Wyatt Thomas's attention. He's had to shout players' names a few times tonight to get him to pay attention to what he's saying. Thomas with it, down low, has it knocked away. And it's going to stay with the Dragons. I don't know what, there was a foul call there. They're going to whistle that foul on Cale Kaufman. That's his first. And it'll send Wyatt Thomas to the line to shoot a pair because the Dragons are in the bonus. Thomas's first free throw in and out. Ugh. Free throws were trouble for the Dragons last night, and just 2 for 5 from the stripe so far tonight as a team. Landon Justy will sit. Malachi Meadows back into the game. Thomas's second free throw is good. And they're right on average, about 50% as a team on free throws. They trail it by 1, 27.2 to play. First quarter. Brighton Beatty with it. He'll give it up to Brody Lee. Has it stripped away. Dragons have it. Here comes Zane Miller off the glass. Can't get the layup to fall. A wide open layup. And Miller can't get it to fall. There was nobody but Zane Miller and couldn't get it to fall. And the Dragons still trail it. Out of bounds. Trinity ball. So here we go again. What an opportunity squandered. Trying to break the Dragon press. They're going to whistle a quick foul on the outside on Miller. And Zane's had a rough 30 seconds here. And just Dragons, boys, girls, whatever, layups, use the backboard. Makes it a lot easier. And it's not any one player. It's everybody at different times. But if USD 250 hit layups, they'd have won a couple more games this year probably. Just little gimmies. Durden skies after that shot to contest. It's no good, and that's going to end the first quarter. Dragons trailing by 1, 11-10. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back. You're watching Dragon Basketball on Pittsburgh Sports Live.
At GN Bank, we're your neighbor. We see you at the store. We cheer with you at the local football games, serving you with the same friendly faces you have come to know and trust. GN.
Now on the other end, Atkinson with it. His pass for Vertenberger. Layup no good. Rebound Navaratnam. Needs to watch his back. Got a trailer. Gives it up to Miller. Long three on the way. In and out for Zane Miller. Rebounded by Gabe Costeri. Oh, I'm sorry, Coster. Got too many names there together. Wertenberger gets the shot to fall for 2. He's got 6 points. And the Dragon lead is 13, 5:06 to play third quarter. And we're back up and running. That's good. I apologize for the loss of internet. Don't really understand why we keep getting kicked off the wireless internet at this venue. But we're sharing it with everybody in the gym, so who knows. Normally you would ask for a password-protected wireless network, but not available. So we're doing the best we can with what we got. 5:06 to play third quarter. Dragons leading it 39-26 over the Trinity Academy Knights. And you missed a great dunk by Danny Durden. You missed a big three-point bucket by Jamarcus Davis. The Dragons leading it here by 13. Davis has 17 points, Durden with 5 so far. And we're in a timeout right now. And, of course, we got video for a timeout, but not for the game. But hopefully we keep it up here and get it going for the second half. Frustrating. Not sure. I think the Dragons will have the ball coming out of the timeout as Lane and Jesse will inbound from the baseline. Full court pressure being applied by Trinity. Davis breaks it up the court to Navaratnam, down low to Durden. Covered, kicks it in the middle of the lane to Meadows. Back up top to Jesse, now out to Jamarcus Davis, looking at a three, now going to dribble into the lane, loses it into the hands of Gabe Coster. And he's going to dribble out of trouble, has it poked away, but right to Brighton Beatty. Now, a long three-pointer on the way is good for Atkinson, working off of a screen, and we're back to a 10-point Dragon lead. Davis with it, gives it up to Navaratnam across half court, and a terrible pass behind Meadows, and the Dragons turn it over. Meadows saw a lane, started to cut, Navaratnam threw it behind him, and Dragons turn it right back over. And now Eklund with it. That's how you let a team back in the game, is you keep giving them chances, and the Dragons are doing that right now by turning the ball over as Wurtenberger has it poked away, but they're going to whistle a foul on the inside. My guess would be against Jamarcus Davis, because he's, not really getting the benefit of anything having to do with an official tonight. That's his first. Atkinson to inbound from the baseline. Throws it in over the top to Wurtenberger. Back to Atkinson. Wurtenberger trying to establish a post position, working against Navaratnam. That's a huge size disadvantage for the Dragons. Layup no good for Eklund. Durden comes down with the rebound. Now Meadows with it up top to Navaratnam. Back to Meadows. Now Durden into the corner to Jesse, to a cutting Navaratnam. Back out to Meadows. Elevates off the back iron. No good. Rebound Navaratnam. And too much bodies down there to try and dribble through if you're Caden. Kicks it out to Durden. Back out to Meadows. The Dragons are content to run a little bit of time here. 25 seconds on the shot clock. Pittsburgh by 10. They'll reset. Davis driving in the lane. Loses his dribble again. He goes to that spin move, and they're poking it away from him. And now Atkinson with it. Drive to the bucket. Tries to kick it out. It's picked off by Durden. And Wurtenberger trying to strip it away from Jesse, but cannot. Here comes Davis again. Forces one up off the glass and good. 5 points in this third quarter for Davis. He's got 19. The Dragons lead it by 12. 41-29, 2:53 to play, third quarter. Now on the offensive end, Beatty with it for Trinity. Gives it up to Atkinson. He's going to take another three. In and out. Rebound skied for by Navaratnam over Wurtenberger. Caden going to step into an open three. Nobody's guarding him, and he drills it. 15-point lead, for the Dragons. 2:25 to play, third quarter. They lead at 44-29 over Trinity Academy. If the Dragons can win this game, they're going to take the tournament championship here at Trinity. Far side, shot on the way from Eklund, in and out, rebound. Meadows, he went up high to get it, and the Dragons have it. 2 minutes to play, third quarter, leading by 15. Davis with it, guarded by Eklund, gives it up to Meadows. Malachi up top to Danny Durden. Meadows gets it back, streaking down the lane, ball fake, foul, and the bucket for Meadows. Boy, these Dragons have come to play today. Malachi's got 8, heads to the line to try and complete the old-fashioned three-point play. They whistle that foul on Wurtenberger. Now some subs as get a few starters back into the game. Zimmerman into the game along with Corey Murphy, as well as Brody Lee, as it's kind of a mixed bag here. The Dragons will sit Danny Durden. Corday Hayes back into the game for Pittsburgh High. The Dragons leading it by 17, 1:49 to play, third quarter. Meadows at the line, trying to complete a three-point play. Push the lead to 18. Off the back iron, no good. Rebound comes down to Murphy. Now Wurtenberger with it, stepping through. Nobody cut off his dribble. And Wurtenberger has 6 points in this third quarter. He's got 8 tonight. He's trying to keep Trinity in the game. Dragons leading by 15, 1:28 to play in the third. Davis over to Wyatt Thomas. Thomas over to Hayes, now up top to Meadows. Back to Thomas. Now Meadows with it, he'll dribble it up top. Kicks back to Thomas. Guarded by Brighton Beatty. Back up top, Davis open for three. Oh, off the iron. And Thomas can be whistled for a foul. Lee was falling down into Thomas. And they're going to whistle Thomas with the foul. He's not number 4, he's number 3. That's his first, second team foul on the Dragons. So Trinity with it. Brody Lee picked up his dribble, who gets it off to Bryson Beatty. Now Corey Murphy going to work, gets it back out to Lee. His pass inside, and they're going to whistle a foul. There was a held ball. I don't know who they're whistling this foul on. Oh, it's going to go against Meadows. That's his first, by my count. Yep. Dragons leading at 46-31, 44.6 left to play third quarter. Inbounds play here for Trinity. They get it into Wurtenberger, and his layup is good. And Dragons just try not to foul. He had really good position. And you know that's who they're trying to get the ball to. But Jesse kind of lost him a little bit there. Wurtenberger gets the layup. Jesse with it, thought about a long three, kicks it out to Meadows. Now Davis with it. Back out to Hayes. Now Meadows and Wyatt Thomas with it. Thomas down the lane, kicks out to Davis, long three-pointer in. Jamarcus Davis has the range today. He's got 22. Wurtenberger after the buzzer, the shot won't count. And after 3, the Dragons lead at 49-33. We'll take a quick break and we'll be back. You're watching Dragon Basketball on Pittsburgh Sports Live.
At Girard Medical Center, our physical and occupational therapy department is dedicated to helping you bounce back stronger. Whether you're recovering from an injury, surgery, or just want to move better every day. From student athletes to seniors, we provide personalized care and expert support right here at home. To learn more about our therapy department and our other services, visit GirardMedicalCenter.com, a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans and your hometown team for health and healing. Rooted in rural, focused on you.
Having the right financial partner can make all the difference. Community National Bank and Trust believes banking should do more than just hold your money. We support your goals, simplify your day-to-day, and give you room to grow with quality banking services. Withdraw, transfer, invest, apply for loans, and talk with our banking professionals online, over the phone, or in person. Let Community National Bank and Trust help you build a banking experience that works for you. Community National Bank and Trust, equal housing lender and member FDIC.
One quarter left to play here at Trinity Academy in Wichita. The Dragons leading by 16, 49-33 over the Trinity Academy Knights. Dragons will have the ball to start the fourth quarter. Jamarcus Davis with it, guarded by Jesse Eklund. He'll give it up to Zane Miller. Up top to Durden, now Meadows with it. Durden on the far side. Navaratnam will back it out. Davis driving, twisting, gives it up to Miller. Off the glass, won't go. Miller hits the floor, no foul. And they throw it at Davis's feet, but he's able to get his feet out of the way. That is a really athletic play. It's one of those ones that doesn't show up in the scorebook, but man, usually throwing it off the defender's feet's a sure way to maintain a possession. Not that time, as Davis got out of the way of it. And it stays with the Dragons. Meadows gives it up to Navaratnam. Caden will back it out. 13 seconds on the shot clock. Meadows back to Davis. Near side for Miller. Zane kicks it up top to Durden. Now back to Davis. Another long three on the way. He's off the mark on this one. Misses everything. And that's a shot clock violation against the Dragons. But hey, took 35 seconds off the clock. Now 6:54 to play in the game. Dragons leading 49-33 over the host Trinity Academy Knights. Zimmerman with it. Trapped. Kicks it over to Corey Murphy, and he's fouled from behind by Davis. That's just Jamarcus's second personal. First team foul on the Dragons here in this fourth quarter.
Jamarcus Davis, his second, team first.
Get the pass into Wurtenberger. He'll give it up to Zimmerman, up top to Eklund. Now Beatty with it. Over to Murphy. Back up top to Zimmerman. Beatty with it again. Gives it up to Eklund. No drive. He's cut off by Durden. Work it around the horn again to Zimmerman, guarded by Navaratnam. Caden gambles on a steal, and Zimmerman spins to the bucket. Can't get the shot to fall. And Wurtenberger dribbled the ball on the end line, and that'll give it back to the Dragons. 6:15 to play. Pittsburg leading 49-33. Davis with it. Getting some full court pressure, gives it up to Zane Miller. Pushes it ahead to Navaratnam. Now Caden, you can dribble. There he goes. Loses it, gets it back. That should have been a travel or a double dribble or something, as Navaratnam just totally lost it and was the first player to touch it. And that's a turnover. Caden will sit. Landon Jesse back into the game. Beatty gets it into Zimmerman, and we're underway. 5:59 to play. Dragons by 16. The defense has really kind of given Trinity some fits tonight. Zimmerman driving into the lane. Got to set your feet if you're the Dragons. Durden was stepped on the end line. Didn't get all the way. He got knocked out of bounds and didn't get all the way back in before touching the ball, so it'll stay with Trinity. Now, you might want to mark Wurtenberger here. You know that's who they want to get the ball to on an inbound play. And they do, right on the baseline. Gives it back to Zimmerman. He's going to drive on Meadows. Layup rolls off the rim. No good. Rebound, Davis. Coming back the other way. Oh, lost the dribble. Gets it back. Now gives it up to Meadows. And everything went to crap there real quick for the Dragons. Zane Miller with it. Nice feed to find Durden. Reverse layup is good. They recovered really well after a near turnover. And they lead at 51-33 with 5:15 to play. Into the corner to Murphy. Fake the three-pointer. Steps inside the line. Long two-pointer. No good. Rebound Davis. Being hassled by Wurtenberger. Now Landon Jesse with it into the lane. Down to Durden. Back out over the top to Meadows. And the Dragons can run some shot clock here. Davis guarded by Murphy. And they're going to whistle a foul on Murphy finally. And he got the body into Durden and was never really set, trying to defend. Coach Nate Aubrey trying to talk to the official, but come on, man. 4:53 to play. Dragons with the ball. Navaratnam to inbound. Gets it into Davis. Guarded by Jesse Eklund. Landon Jesse with it. Being hassled by Adkisson. Back to Davis. Down the lane goes Jamarcus. Trying to get it to Durden. It's picked off by Wurtenberger. And a foul. I think they're going to get Landon Jesse with that one. Well, they got Durden with it? Did not see it. He was not anywhere near the ball. 30-second timeout. We'll stay right here. Durden was down by the basket. The up-court official near half court was looking at the ball handler, called a foul, and whistled Durden with it. Who knows? 4:37 to play. Dragons leading 51-33.
This timeout brought to you by Hefner TV, your local TV and audio experts. We've got our roots in Wichita.
Trying to win their third straight here at this Trinity Academy tournament. Doing it against the home team today. Atkinson with it, let it roll for a while to save those precious seconds. Eklund open for three. Still got to honor the outside shooter. And a foul called. Is it against the Dragons? No, it's against Trinity. What was the call? Okay, called a foul on Coster. It's his second. Oh, Davis throws it away. Meadows not looking for the pass. And then a foul on the other end by Jesse. And the Dragons, come on, boys. Keep it together. 4:19 to play. Leading 51-36. And just kind of confusion in the ranks here over the last couple minutes. Eklund at the line to shoot two. First one off the back iron, no good. Eklund has 10 points. So does Tyler Wurtenberger for Trinity. But those two guys not getting a lot of help. As Eklund's second shot in and out. Durden comes away with the rebound. And full court pressure being applied. Navaratnam gets it ahead to Jesse. Now to Durden. Down low to Corday Hayes. And Corday's in the scorebook with the bucket, his first of the night. And the Dragons lead at 53-36. Three-point shot, no good. Rebound, Brody Lee. It was a long rebound to him to track down. He'll try a long three. Missed everything. Ends up in the hands of Landon Jesse. And now Davis will take it down the floor for the Dragons. Don't need to hurry, but right down the lane with a shot attempt goes Davis. And quickly coming back the other way with a layup, nobody cut him off, was Gabe Coster, his first bucket of the game. And Navaratnam can't handle the pass, loses out of bounds. Dragons need a timeout. Kind of need to get it back together as we're looking real good for the third quarter and a bit of the fourth, and now it's like they're feeling a lot of pressure. Now everybody's paying attention. Now Durden down on the right end of the floor. Long shot by Eklund is good for three. Call a timeout. 13 points for Eklund. Durden gonna have it poked away. Go by. Dragons not really valuing the possessions here. That should have been a travel. Not called. Quickly back the other way. An open layup. Out. Dragons need a timeout. Are we out of timeouts? Meadows with it. Into the corner to Durden. Slow it down. Wyatt Thomas with it. Into the corner. Jesse going to launch a three and drills it. Okay, no need. And now a timeout from Coach Moss. Landon Jesse with a big three-point bucket kind of stops the bleeding for the Dragons. Their lead is 13, 2:49 left to play. And it's gotten wild here over the last couple minutes. Coach just trying to tell these guys, stay focused. Know where you're supposed to be, when you're supposed to be there.
I'd like to thank Aegis Insurance. Insurance made simple, solutions made smart. At Aegis Group, we work with you, not just for you, but to protect what matters.
2:49 to play. Dragons 56. Trinity Knights 43. Dragons going for their third win in a row. If they can get this one in the bag, survive the next 2 minutes, 49 seconds, they'll take home this tournament championship for what it's worth and head into league play on a 3-game winning streak. Dragons back in action Tuesday night on the road in Coffeyville to take on the Field Kinley Golden Tornado. Both boys and girls will play. Girls tip at 6 o'clock. Our pregame coverage will start at 5:30. Eklund with it. They work it around the horn. Shot on the way from Coster. No good. Rebound Durden. Not going to call a foul on all those reach-ins that happened there. They're going to whistle Durden for a travel. Coach Moss probably having to calm himself down right now. I don't get it. I don't get it. But it'll be Trinity ball. Eklund gets it into Atkinson. Nobody guarding Eklund for three. Off the back iron. Wittenberg with the rebound. Atkinson Three-pointer no good. Rebound, Zane Miller. And he's just going to get mugged repeatedly, and nobody's going to call anything. Davis with it, and Moss forced to call a timeout because somebody's going to get their wallet taken down on the other end. And apparently whistles are swallowed, and the Dragons call a timeout to preserve the possession, leading by 13 with 2:14 to play. That's a second rebound the Dragons have gotten, and then just gotten absolutely mauled after getting the rebound. The officials standing right there watching. Sometimes when you don't have anything nice to say, it's best just not to say anything. Just be quiet. 2:14 to play. Dragons leading it by 13, 56-43. And it's been a wild and physical game, as they tend to get. Coming down the stretch. It'll be Dragon ball coming out of the timeout. Zane Miller to inbound for Pittsburgh. Davis down lane gives it up to Durden. He's fouled. They're going to call a jump ball. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, to even get the ball. You have to get the ball to have a jump ball. Well, Dragons playing a little 5-on-8 here to finish this game. Oh, there's a foul. Davis picks it up on the other end. That'll be his third.
Foul number 4, Jamarcus Davis. His third.
Eklund, long three-point shot. Yeah, they got enough chances. Eklund's hit 3 3-pointers in this fourth quarter. Dragons need to guard him down the floor. There's a steal. Coming back the other way. Layup for Coster. And this Dragon lead is down to 8. And there's a foul finally on the other end. Danny Durden is fouled by Eklund. That took a lot. Landon Jesse to inbound for the Dragons from the baseline. Gets it into Davis. They're trying to trap Jamarcus, needs to get rid of it. And it's going to be out of bounds. Last touched by Trinity. And if Jesse's going to inbound, he needs to step out of bounds. There we go. Looking, where's it going to go? To Miller, down low to Meadows. He's fouled, and it's on the floor. No free throws for Malachi.
Foul ball number 5, Roby Lee, his third, team 4.
Foul's called on Lee. It's his first. Both teams with 4 team fouls, so next foul by either team will result in free throws. Durden with it. Thank you. There's a foul. Danny Durden took a shot to the head. Sure that's a foul? Are you sure?
Top of number 22, Tyler Wertenberger, his third.
Wertenberger picks up the foul, and that's his third. Durden hits the first free throw. He's got 8 points, 5 of them coming in this second half. Dragons lead it by 9, 57-48, minute 32 to play. Second free throw on the way from Durden, in and out. Still a game. Brody Lee gives it up. Now Wertenberger with it. And they're going to call a block on Malachi Meadows down low. Got tangled up with Wertenberger. So Pittsburgh, if you're a defender, don't touch anybody. And if you're on the offensive end, you better be bleeding. That's Meadows' second, I believe. Yep. And free throws for Wartenberger. In and out with the first. Second one's good.
Second free throw good. Tyler Wartenberger.
8-point lead for the Dragons, 1:23 to play. Timeout on the floor. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here.
Mike's 30-second timeout.
It'll be Dragon ball coming out of the timeout. Jamarcus Davis will inbound. Nope. Landon Jesse is going to inbound. That makes more sense. And the Dragons need to sharp with the passing. Don't try and dribble out of trouble. Zane Miller with it. Passes ahead to Davis. Davis looking for help. His shot blocked. And you can take some time off the clock if you're the Dragons. You don't have to rush it down the floor. A three-point shot, Miller with the rebound, and they're going to call a foul on Miller on the rebound. Coach Moss can't believe it. Anybody who's from Pittsburgh can't believe it, but it's par for the course. And that'll send Jude Atkinson to the line to shoot free throws on probably the weakest push foul on a rebound in a long time. First free throw is good. Not a guy you want to foul and send to the line. Wyatt Thomas will sit. Wyatt Thomas into the game. Miller will sit. Dragons leading by 7, 1:09 to play. And this next possession should take more than 3 seconds for the Dragons. Shot from Atkinson is good. He hits them both. 1:09 to play. Pittsburgh by 6. They led by a lot more than that this second half, but have not gotten many calls to go their way. And there's a foul. It'll send Wyatt Thomas to the line. Thomas with 1 point. He's 1 of 2 from the stripe tonight. Big free throws here for Wyatt Thomas. First one rattles in for Thomas. Pushes the Dragon lead back to 7 with 1:08. Second one is money for Thomas. Dragons by 8, 1:08 to play. Thomas sits. Who checked in? I didn't see. Atkinson with it. Kicks it over to Coster. Down low to Wartenberger. Knocks a man down. Hayes with the rebound. And he's fouled after the rebound. Stops the clock with 54.8. And Hayes will shoot a pair. I think this is his first trip to the line tonight. Yep. Corday Hayes has a bucket in this fourth quarter and a couple of big free throws here. Could push this Dragon lead back to 10. Kind of keep Trinity at arm's length. First one for Hayes, in and out. Did everything it could except go down. Hayes hits the second. 9-point lead for the Dragons. Under a minute to play. Pass deflected out of bounds. It'll stay with Trinity as Davis got a hand on it. Atkinson gets it in to Eklund. Now Atkinson kicks it back out. Up top to Coster. He'll pull up for a jumper, in and out. Rebound Wurtenberger. His shot no good. Rebound Hayes, and he's fouled. Yeah, call a foul. There it is. And Durden will head down to the other end to shoot free throws for the Dragons.
His fourth.
Brody Lee called for the foul. I had him with 2. I guess that's his 4th. That's why all my stats are unofficial. 37.5 seconds to play. Dragons leading by 9. Durden's first free throw off the back iron, no good. Big free throws here for Durden. Trinity crowd trying to get in his head. Second shot on the way for Danny is good. Dragons by 10, 35 seconds to play. Atkinson with it, kicks it out to Brody Lee. Long three-point shot on the way. Rebound Wurtenberger. He's fouled over the top by Meadows. I think that's who they're going to get it on. Yep. And that's Malachi's 3rd. Yeah, look at that. Wyatt Thomas going to check back into the game for the Dragons after the first free throw attempt from Wurtenberger, which is in and out. Second shot from Wurtenberger off the front iron, no good. And they're going to call an offensive foul, or a foul on Trinity on the rebound, as Brighton Beatty came down with it, but they're saying he pushed off. Or no, what? How can you call it on Wurtenberger? He was the free throw shooter. Oh, okay. They called it on 23. That's Gabe Coster. I have that as his 3rd. They have it as his 5th. Okay. I've been wrestling computers quite a bit tonight, so I may have missed a foul or 6. Ten-point lead for the Dragons. Durden at the free throw line. First one off the rim, no good. And it's been a really good game for the Dragons, but the free throw shooting still an issue. Coach Paul's kind of shaking his head, but Durden's second free throw, no good. Rebound to Trinity, back the other way quickly. You got to slow him down. Wurtenberger gets the layup and a timeout. (61-53). Dragons lead at 19.5 seconds left to play. It'll be Dragon ball coming out of the timeout. It's a full timeout. We'll take it as well. You're watching Dragon basketball on Pittsburgh Sports Live. Welcome back to Trinity Academy. Dragon ball coming out of the timeout. Under 20 seconds left to play. Dragons lead it 61-53 over the Trinity Academy Knights. And the Dragons trying to win their 3rd game in a row and take home this Trinity Academy. Oh, Davis throws the long pass into Old Glory up there. And that's out of bounds. It'll be Trinity ball. Just needed to get it inbounds and burn 19.5 seconds. Didn't need to do anything flashy there. And instead, we go for the Hail Mary over the top into the flag. And fortunately, no one harmed. And what's going on? I think they're trying to figure out where they should inbound this, and Trinity's going to inbound from in front of their own bench. Brody Lee to throw it in. Cordia Hayes into the game. Wyatt Thomas sits. They'll get it in to Eklund. Got to cover the three-point shooter. Eklund hoists one up and drills it. He's got 4 3-point buckets in this fourth quarter. Another long outlet pass. Malachi Meadows can't handle it, and they turn it over again. 3.2 seconds left to play. Dragons going to win this one, but man, oh man. Not taking care of the basketball over this last 30 seconds of this game.
Foul call number 5, Brody Lee, his 5th.
Oh no, what? I think they're going to say Meadows was pushed by Lee. I don't know, I didn't see it. That's his 5th. Lee fouls out of the game, so Murphy checks in to replace him, and that'll send Meadows to the line to shoot a pair because he's the one who caught the inbound pass. And yeah, Meadows hits the first free throw. Dragons going to get out of here with the win, but woof, dramatic down to the end. Last night, a 2-point win over Cimarron, and tonight, this could end up being like a 7-point win, but it's the narrowest 7-point win I remember in a while. And Eklund hoists the 3 at the buzzer, and that's going to do it. The Dragons win it 63-56 over the Trinity Academy Knights. Dragons win their 3rd in a row, and they win the Trinity Academy tournament on the boys' side. We'll step away for a quick break. We'll be back with the post-game show. You're watching Dragon Basketball on Pittsburgh Sports Live.
Whether you're trying to make the most of the next harvest, navigating a changing business landscape, or planning for the next chapter in your life, the professionals at Prime Accounting Solutions are here to help. With 10 locations, Prime Accounting offers convenient, friendly accounting and tax services at a fair price. Payroll, bookkeeping, business planning, personal tax filing, and more. And now Prime is the place to go for insurance. To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net.
At the Farm and Ranch Division of the 4-State Agency, we're a team of experts who genuinely care about you and your farming operation. That's why whether it's a visit to your farm or a friendly chat at our office, we're committed to delivering the service you deserve. Our team is fully licensed in both crop insurance and LRP, allowing us to cover your entire farming operation across Kansas, Missouri, Oklahoma, and Arkansas. Contact us today to see how we can help.
Selling equipment can be a hassle. Whether you're needing to replace an old tractor or you're finally getting to retire, the time and energy needed to clean, prep, promote, and sell seems daunting. That's why you need Tyler Jackman and Big Iron Auctions. From one piece to the whole farm, Big Iron Auctions can deliver your items to more than 750,000 registered bidders. Call Tyler Jackman at 620-404-8115 or learn more at BigIronAuctions.com. From the phone call to the service call, Roto-Rooter is there with fast and reliable sewer and drain service. From repair and replacement to septic and grease trap pumping, Roto-Rooter is here for you. With video inspections, Roto-Rooter can identify the exact issue to get the repair done quickly and correctly. Complete sewer line repairs or replacements, Roto-Rooter has you covered. Serving Crawford, Bourbon, and Cherokee counties, Roto-Rooter, 620-231-5630.
Nothing says luxury like a Lincoln. Take advantage of 0% financing for 66 months right now on the all-new Lincoln Navigator. Come see us today at Mike Carpino Family of Ford Lincoln Dealerships, Columbus, Parsons, Pittsburg.
It's the rush. Every touchdown, basket, goal, or lap is filled with excitement. It's why we love the game. It's why we play the game. It's also why we bet on the game. The rush is why we need a plan. A plan to bet responsibly and not lose more than we can afford. Problem sports gambling can ruin the love we have for sports. So know when enough is enough. Know when the game is playing you. Contact 1-800-GAMBLER for help today.
Having the right financial partner can make all the difference. Community National Bank and Trust believes banking should do more than just hold your money. We support your goals, simplify your day-to-day, and give you room to grow with quality banking services. Withdraw, transfer, invest, apply for loans, and talk with our banking professionals online, over the phone, or in person. Let Community National Bank and Trust help you build a banking experience that works for you. Community National Bank and Trust, equal housing lender and member FDIC.
Chicken Annie's of Girard is something to crow about. Their family-style restaurant continues a Southeast Kansas tradition with their specialty, fried chicken, plus famous homemade onion rings, chicken and noodles, and so much more. And of course, their delicious homemade pies. Dine in or carry out available. Chicken Annie's of Girard has the best value, flavor, and service in the area. Stop in soon or call for catering. 620-724-4090.
You've heard go big or go home. At Big Iron Auctions, you can go big from home. With thousands of pieces of equipment, active auctions, bidding at your convenience, and an easy-to-use site, BigIronAuctions.com can help you grow big. Call Tyler Jackman at 620-404-8115 to see how Big Iron Auctions can help grow your operation. Bid now, list now at BigIronAuctions.com.
Welcome back, Trinity Academy, Wichita, Kansas. Dragons get the win tonight, 63-56 over the Trinity Academy Knights, and that's our third win in a row. So the Dragons now 3-3 on the season, back to 500 as they get the tournament win here in the Trinity Academy tournament. Let's take a look at some of the scoring totals for tonight. First, for the host Trinity Academy Knights, they were led in scoring by Jesse Eklund. He finished with 19 points, 12 of those coming in the fourth quarter from beyond the arc as he tried to bring his team roaring back and almost got it done. Tyler Wertenberger finished with 13. Jude Atkinson had 5. And Gabe Koster and Corey Murphy finished with 4 points each. And Caden Kalashtari with 3, all of those coming in the second quarter. For the Dragons, they're led in scoring by Jamarcus Davis, who had his best game of the season by far, as Davis finishes with 22 points. And 14 of those coming in the first half. Malachi Meadows finished with 10, as the Dragons get 2 guys into double figures, almost 3, as Danny Durden finished with 9. Landon Jesse had 7. Caden Navaratnam had 6. And then Wyatt Thomas and Corday Hayes finished with 3 points each. Zane Miller with 1 point on 1 of 2 from the free throw line in the first quarter. And the Dragons come away with a 63-56 win. They improved to 3-3 on the season. They take home the Trinity Academy Tournament Championship. And back in action on Tuesday, so just one day to practice. That's Monday. And the Dragons back in action on the road at Coffeyville to take on the Field Kinley Golden Tornado. And we'll have that game for you here on Pittsburgh Sports Live. Pregame 5:30. Girls tip at 6. Boys will tip directly following around about 7:30. And we'll have those games for you here on Pittsburgh Sports Live. But a big win here tonight for the Dragons. And they were in control of this game from the second quarter on. And just a huge night for Jamarcus Davis. Made 4 3-point buckets, really kind of ran the offense for the Dragons. Danny Durden, a force down low, had a big dunk. I think in that third quarter when I was battling with the internet, maybe you didn't see it, but it happened. And just a good game across the board for these Dragons. Did a much better job of taking care of the ball, at least for 3.5 quarters tonight. Got a little wild and woolly at the end, but he got real physical there at the end. And Trinity switched to a press and a trap, and Dragons survived and get out of here with the win. Improved to 3-3 on the season and head into league play with the Trinity Classic Championship under their belt. So we'll step away for a quick break, come back here, put a bow on it, maybe talk to Coach Moss, maybe not. Long road trip coming up for the Dragons to head home here tonight, this afternoon, whatever time it is, 4:30, so we'll call it night. And back in action on Tuesday. So we'll be back. You're watching Dragon Basketball on Pittsburgh Sports Live.
At GN Bank, we're your neighbor. We see you at the store. We cheer with you at the local football games, serving you with the same friendly faces you have come to know and trust. GN Bank, the best place to bank and borrow.
At Girard Medical Center, our physical and occupational therapy department is dedicated to helping you bounce back stronger. Whether you're recovering from an injury, surgery, or just want to move better every day. From student athletes to seniors, we provide personalized care and expert support right here at home. To learn more about our therapy department and our other services, visit GirardMedicalCenter.com, a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans and your hometown team for health and healing. Rooted in rural, focused on you.
When it comes to having your labs drawn, you have a choice of where to go. For 30 years, MagLab has focused on providing quality lab work that is accurate and timely. MagLab's walk-in service typically gets you in and out in under 5 minutes with same-day results. Locally owned and operated, MagLab takes most insurances, including Medicaid, and has historically had the lowest out-of-pocket prices. So when it comes to having labs drawn, don't be told where to go. Choose for yourself. Choose MagLab.
Hold on. It's monstrous.
With Crawcan's multi-gig internet, you can experience monstrous speeds for every device in your home or business at the same time for a low, no-nonsense price.
Welcome back one final time. Trinity Academy in Wichita. Dragons come away with a 63-56 win over Trinity Academy. They win 3 in a row here at this tournament. Take home the tournament championship and get ready for league play starting on Tuesday night in Coffeyville against the Field Kinley Golden Tornado. Girls tip at 6 o'clock. Our pregame coverage starts at 5:30. Boys to follow. And we'll have that for you here along with all the Purple Dragon basketball action on Pittsburgh Sports Live. So a good game here tonight for the Dragon boys as they get the win, take home the tournament championship, and head into league play in style. And it's been a wild first 6 games for the Dragons. Some tough opponents at home to start the year off. Dragons started off 0-3, but you could see the improvement as they went along. And, boy, those first 3 games against tough opponents from Missouri and the Kansas City metro area really bore some fruit here at this Trinity Academy tournament. The team built a lot of confidence and pretty much played out just like Coach Moss told us he hoped it would. And you can see it. You can see it coming together for the Purple Dragons. And so league play starts up Tuesday night in Coffeyville, and we'll see you there as Dragons take on the Golden Tornado. But for my lovely wife, Jenny, who's put up with me all weekend and run the camera, I'm Josh Ledner saying thanks for joining us. You've been watching Dragon Basketball on Pittsburgh Sports Live.
From the gridiron to the hardcourt, the pitch to the mat, don't miss any of the action. We're there with live, local sports coverage at VarsitySportsLive.com.